Hey, hello everyone. Frank Sanya here again. Okay, the topic of this video is: Are you a should have, could have real estate agent or broker? Are you a should have, could have real estate agent or broker? Okay, why do I say that? Knowing what I know now, there are certain words I do not use anymore, or certain statements I don't make anymore. And should have, could have is one of the statement. You see, I now realize something, that there is no such thing as could have, should have. Okay? All right? There is what it is. Okay? And I see a lot of people, they live their life this way, by could have, should have. You see it. Okay? One of the reasons why I don't use words like this is because when you notice, when you use certain words like this, what they tend to do is reinforce your belief system. Okay? All right? They say it over and over and over again, and they continue to say, you know what, I should have done this, I should have done this, I should have done this, I could have done this. Okay? All right? We see this in buyers and in sellers. Watch. You show a buyer a house. It has everything in it that they tell you they want in a house. Okay? You ask them to give them full price, or escalate your offer, and they will say something like no to you. Okay? All right? Okay? Believe me, sincerely, I saw this in my career. I can't tell you how many times. Okay? Okay, you write what they want for them, okay, and they don't get the house. Okay? Now, when the house is closed, you go take a look at what the house actually sold for. You will see that the suggestion you made to them is what they should have done. Okay? All right? And they come back to you and say, listen, I should have given them that offer. Okay? All right? They didn't get it. Okay? Conversely, you see sellers that says the same thing. You put a house on the market, and within 4 days, they get an offer on the house. Okay? And they turn it down. Okay? Or we'll get another one. You bring them another one. Okay? It's not as close, but it's not a bad offer. Okay? And they turned it down. All right? Okay? Right? You then sit, the house then sit, say 30, 60 days, and no more offers. Okay? You finally get another one, which is actually worse than the first offer you brought to them. And they turn back to you and said, you know what? We should have taken that first offer. But they didn't listen to you. Okay? All right. So I want to illustrate this as it relates to knowledge with my own experience. Okay? All right. When I got into this business initially, okay, my first trainer that I was introduced to was a gentleman by the name of Tom Hopkins. Okay? All right. My manager at that time gave me a series of tape and says, go listen to this guy. His name is Tom Hopkins. I listened to him, okay, and for the first time, I was introduced to door knocking, okay, and expired listings, okay. And my first listing I got using Tom Hopkins scripts and dialogue, okay, all right, okay. As a matter of fact, I still have that tape till today. I'm showing it to you right now. Okay? Here is it to show you. Okay? Mastering the art of listing real estate. This was my first training cassette. Okay? All right? Okay? All right? Listening to this man in my office, my first office, I think was Mount Vernon Realty. Mount Vernon Realty is no longer around here in the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan area. But listening to this gentleman, for the first year, I became the number one agent in that office. Okay? All right? Okay? My broker simultaneously introduced some of the agents in our office to Tom Hopkins. I don't know whether they listened to Tom Hopkins. They didn't listen to Tom Hopkins. But I listened. I realized for the first time that knowledge was important. In those days, I call it training. Okay? But the real truth it was what? It was knowledge. Okay? I say it to people over and over again, it's with knowledge we change our lives. Okay? And when you look at knowledge, you see people that love to acquire knowledge and you see people that do not like knowledge. Okay? So that was my first training. Okay? Right? I became the number one agent in that office in my first year. Okay? And when you become a top producer in an office, you develop hatred. Okay? All right? And I saw it. Okay? And I realized that, yes, you know what? I had outgrown that office. I left. I went to another office, another company. Okay? During that time, okay, which was in the early 90s, I was introduced to another trainer. This time, it was a gentleman by the name of Floyd Wickman. Okay? For those of you that have been in the business for some time, you know who I'm talking about. I took this course called Sweat Hog from Floyd Wickman. Okay? All right? In the first year. I went to his conference in Las Vegas 6 months later. Okay? Within the first year, I became the number one agent in that office, that new office. Okay? All right? I realized that training works. Okay? All right? It got to a point, I was known as a seminar junkie. See, if you don't know, you don't know. Okay? I believed everything that these trainers, what they taught me. Okay? I didn't realize that what I was really actually acquiring was knowledge. Okay? They call it training, but it's knowledge. Okay? All right? Okay. So, when I became the number one agent in that office, okay, I started seeing some agents that comes to me, and they wanted to know what was I doing. Okay? I told them, I'm doing Sweat Hog. Okay? Now, the way we were sold this training, if you've been in this business for a while, it's usually when you come into a sales meeting, and they will send these trainers, they will send their salespeople to our office, to the offices, and they will pitch the training course this way. So I remember them vividly. These were the salespeople that Tom Hopkins had. Floyd Wickman had, who would come and pitch to us, okay, the training, and then we will go take the training a week or two after. Okay? So watch this. These agents in my office, including me, were exposed to these same trainers. While I would go to the training, they would refuse to go to the training. They didn't think that it was important. Okay? When I became the number one agent, they wanted to know how I did it. And I told them. I took Sweat Hog. Okay? I'm using Sweat Hog training. Okay? So watch this. And what I would usually hear from them, I should have gone to the training. It really should have, could have. Let me tell you something. There's no should have, could have. Okay? Watch this. It's decision making. Okay? You either decide to acquire knowledge or you do not. Okay? That's the way it works. Okay? Trust me when I tell you. Believe me sincerely, if you acquire knowledge, okay, and you put the knowledge that I'm going to show you, okay, believe me sincerely, you will succeed. All right? This is what we do for agents. Okay? All right? I'm not the one that makes you successful. God is the one that makes you successful. It's not me. I'm just a vehicle. That's it. Okay? All right? Watch this. Click the link. Are you struggling right now? Okay? All right? Okay? If you are struggling right now, I can assure you 9 times out of 10 that it's going to require knowledge to get you out of where you are. Period. And most people do not understand this, that it is with knowledge we change our lives. Okay? All right? Watch. Click the link below. Okay? Schedule your appointment. Let's see what you are doing. Okay? All right? Okay? If you really want to know or want to know, what I teach, okay? I have another video, okay? It's a master class that I do every week. Go there and go watch that master class. There's no cost, there's no obligation to you at all. Last but not the least, please, if you find this video informative, okay, and you like this type of video, please subscribe. Okay? All right? If it's not for you, just don't worry about it. Just get out. Okay? All right? Okay? But if you like what you are saying, please subscribe. And by the way, watch this. I mean what I'm going to say to you because I know it to be true. God wants to prosper you. God is the one that makes us prosperable. Okay? God is the one that gives us success, period. All right? Watch this. Click the link. Your time has arrived. Thank you so much. God wants to prosper you. Take care now, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Tell all those demons they can't.